Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we're reacting to some good old Yellow Flash 2. Concord fans, quote-unquote fans, furious over Marvel Rival success. If only they had given PlayStation's game a chance. Bruh. Yeah, I mean, of course they're gonna start shitting on Marvel Rivals. It's the hot shit. It's the latest hot shit. You know, it's actually good, not shitty. I can't hear what the fuck is coming out of there because my headphones isn't on. Oh man. There we are.
Sorry, but the salt surrounding Marvel Rivals is probably some of the funniest stuff going on right now because it comes from multiple
Galactica
camps. One, a lot of journalists don't like it because, well, it caters to real gamers. And
yeah, God
fans.
forbid games are for gamers.
And the women look
and not for tourists.
Heroic. The men are very bulky, muscular, and the women are very tight and they look good. Some of them look pretty sexy. Sue Storm looks good.
I love.
And she's not even showing any skin. She's in a she's in her full body Fantastic Four suit. But look at that.
Yeah, damn. Great. Look at that ass. She's been hitting the squats.
It feels like an old school game.
I wonder how Mr. Fantastic is going to play.
I like it. I've played a little bit of it.
Ooh.
I really would like to get a team together, but I've been having a good time with the game nonetheless. Now,
you know for a fact Johnny Storm is going to be one of them flying heroes.
We have the journalists upset. We have Overwatch fanatics upset. And now Concord users are upset.
But of course Concord users are upset. They're always upset.
Why did Concord have to die?
Because it was a shit game.
Marvel Rivals doesn't. Well, one, Marvel Rivals actually has something that a lot of people want. It's kind of like business.
Good-looking characters.
If you want to make a lot of money, make something for everyone.
Yeah, also, people are going to be playing this game and staring at these characters for hours. They want something that's visually appealing to the eye. They don't want some fucking morbidly obese, pretending to be morbidly a beast ass character and stare at that fucking character being like, oh, yes, I am 600 pounds overweight, but I am quote-unquote healthy. Like that. No one wants to see that shit. No one wants to hear that shit. The Thing is 600 pounds overweight, but he's literally made out of fucking rock. He is literal stone, and he's chiseled like a power lifter. Ugh.
Rather than
so masculine.
And imagine this. You'll make more money. Concord was made literally for the 10% of people that control
not even the
Twitter
10%.
And have now moved to
the
Blue
5%.
Sky.
Yeah.
A very loud group of people.
So funny.
Not a lot
so
of
stupid, dude.
Power. And
X is becoming too free speech. People are allowed to voice their opinions, and I'm no longer surrounded in an echo chamber. Time to move to Blue Sky, where they censor you and allow racism against white people. Yeah, that's essentially it. I literally commented that there were someone was like, "Oh, I don't like the direction that Twitch is not Twitch, X is going in. I'm leaving X for Blue Sky because it's filled with such hate and misogyny." And I literally commented, I'm like, Blue Sky is filled with the exact same hate and misogyny. It's just towards white people instead of everyone else. And someone literally said, "Oh, so it's only a problem if it affects white people." I'm like, you're fucking retarded, dude. You're clearly missing the point. So it's okay to be racist against white people? Is that what you're saying? That's I don't know. That doesn't seem right.
A while now, a few years.
Be racist against everyone, or don't be racist at all, bitch.
People, which is a smaller group of people. They're just very, very loud. Was the demographic to cater to, and well, they were very, very wrong. And now a lot of companies have started to readjust. Also, this game is made by Asian studio,
yeah,
not a Western one, which is why comparing it to that Marvel's Avengers game was so popular a few days ago. Because, well, you can see
we all
difference.
saw that. We remember
Literally,
that.
same
That shit was
characters,
ass.
West versus East. And surprise, surprise, the Eastern character designs win. So the Fandom Pulse
Who would have thought?
put this article
What the
out.
fuck
Former
am I
Concord
looking
players
at?
Not happy with Marvel Rivals' success. Why did Concord have to die?
Because it was a
Marvel
dog
Rivals
shit
success?
game.
Well, I just answered that question, but there's actually a whole Reddit.
Oh yeah, the Reddit's seething.
And it's active. Still coping about this game. That's where all the stuff
With 20
comes from.
people online.
So they're still using it, and fairly recent, 5 days ago. This is where a lot of this is coming from. Any Concord fans try Rivals yet? Because Concord is a lot like Overwatch as well. The reason that they're so
if we want to be
Rivals is
technical,
doing
they're all
very
like
well,
Team
and it is
Fortress
doing very well.
2.
Probably over 500,000 players at least daily playing that game. And that's a guess based on the Steam numbers.
I mean, Mercy's just a rip of Doc. Tor, whatever the fuck his name is, Torbjorn. He's just a rip of Engineer. Tracer's just a rip of Scout. Realistically, like they're all just rips of Team Fortress. They have a few original characters like Bridget and Winston. But you could also make the argument that Winston is just a rip of Heavy because they both just consistently shoot. And so is
The Steam
fucking
player base is still like
the fucking that one fucking fat
to
one.
300,000
Forgot his
people.
name.
On average,
I haven't
looking at the
played
Steam
Overwatch
numbers the
2
other day,
since my
like
PlayStation
200,000
4
people,
broke.
Right? I'm gonna go ahead and
Ages.
guess, given that usually a play base, if it's on every system, is split. It's usually about 50% consoles combined and then 50% PC. So I'm gonna guess, given
Oh look, 2 people just went offline.
Xbox and PlayStation, probably at least 400,000. So we'll say about 400,000 to 500,000. And I'm trying to be conservative on the number, but that's a hell of a lot of people playing a game.
Yeah.
Concord, a game of similar game type, failed miserably. Nobody played it. I think it was like 1,000 something people. There's more people that are members of this Reddit.
I remember when people were trying to stream Concord, they literally had the term Deadlock banned because Deadlock also came out at the same time and it was just vastly superior. But then again, Deadlock was just it's just realistically a rip of Smite, if you think about it.
That actually played the game. Oh, that sucks. Let's take a look at what some of the people said. So this is all from this thread. Any Concord fans try Rivals yet? It plays nothing like Concord.
White
I
screen.
personally don't like the movement or the shooting at all, and don't get all the hype and praise it's getting. If you want similar gameplay to Concord, Destiny 2 is your best bet. But the PvP in that game is basically unplayable, unfortunately, but the PvE is still good. PvP is still fine in Destiny 2, I would imagine. Well, I can't.
The player base has gone down
The
for
thing with
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2's PvP and even Destiny 1's is, I think there were modes where this didn't happen, but there were modes where your armor and weapons had their effects, which would give you an advantage if you had really good gear. So for some people, that don't invest a lot of time.
Oh, yeah. I know what he's talking about. I know what he's talking about. The exotics.
They don't do as good in those modes.
The special exotic
sure
effects,
like
Bad Juju was completely fucking busted. They had to nerf it.
Stats. So it's been
The
a while
War
since I
Coil,
played.
that one was also very,
Someone
very
in the comments
busted. They
can
had to nerf
probably
that.
clarify that. Because I know a lot of people still play Destiny 2.
I know what he's talking about. I know what he's talking about.
Hype praise is getting
I mean, when they released what was it? The one where Cade dies. When they released that DLC, literally the Ace of Spades was literally one of the best handguns you could get in the game at the moment at that time, and they had to nerf it. because it was just so good. Especially if you were good with your headshots, that gun became so OP.
Getting is just because it's one of the first good online Marvel games to come out in the entire period of MCU box office domination, which is waning. And a lot of people who are unhappy with Overwatch, trying to signal boost a competitor. The game itself feels pretty damn unpolished and unbalanced compared to Overwatch and even Concord.
Well, that's because the game caters towards
Even
the casual players, not
sometimes that can be
the
a lot of
pro
fun
sweats.
if it's unbalanced. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Oh yeah, that game.
Not very balanced. However, I still manage. I've won matches with Daima Goku, and he doesn't even have energy blasts at all. You can't even shoot a Kai blast from him.
I don't even think you could go Super Saiyan with Daima
I've
Goku.
whooped plenty of ass with him. You can get around it. It's not that big of a deal.
I've seen people beat Beerus with fucking Mr. Satan.
This shit is just funny to me.
It's a matter of skill, not strength.
Why did Concord have to die and Marvel Rivals gets to live? It's not as fun as Concord by a long shot. I hate this timeline. Well, charging $40.
I can't say that on the internet.
Shooter is free was a big misstep. Yeah, that definitely.
Yeah, that played a big part.
Was a factor. Being free wouldn't save the game, buddy. And Marvel Rivals isn't having success because it's free. That's also true. I don't think if Concord was
probably would have lasted another month or two. That's about it.
I think you would have had a couple thousand
month and a half
players, but I don't think that that's enough to sustain that game because you need the monetization to fund it.
Yeah, but I mean, microtransactions, loot boxes, shit like that. Season
like
passes.
The committee that made those characters is like, how ugly can we make them? That's a major factor. Yeah, let's say then it was free to play. Now tell me the difference on how much longer it would last.
Look at this shit. Assassin's Creed News account wants to remove grifters from gaming. Bro, the grifters are all the people you guys are trying to fucking appease, the 10%. Those are the grifters.
Game even on free beta hit 2K and kept dropping players already on that time. And that's absolutely true. It was free, open beta, and it barely hit 2K.
Because everyone knows trash.
Did basically present the same issues for beta, and it died a few weeks later. Does it make a single difference? Paint a ship with other colors. If you don't fix the holes, it will sink anyway. Again, Marvel Rivals.
Unless you're a Nork in 40K.
Did understand well what made OW want.
Speaking of 40K, people are like, oh my god. Like, people are happy that Henry Cavill's show got announced. But what people aren't realizing is that they're pushing the female custodies hard now. They've already scheduled plastic molds. They already stated that they're gonna stay, and it's like, bro, that's just gonna kill 40K. I'm done with 40K, honestly. Like, I hate when people change the lore just to appease the minorities, the grifters, the tourists. It pisses me off so much. They're changing so much lore. They're literally gonna retcon Horus Heresy to introduce female custodies, which is so fucking stupid. All because they don't want to use the Sisters of Battle on the Amazon live action. Then go to another fucking studio, cocksuckers. How about that? How about that? Go to another fucking studio. Do some other shit. Make your own fucking crap, dude. Like, that's so stupid, man. Changing lore, retconning shit just to appease tourists and grifters, dude.
Unsuccessful.
Side ran over.
An interesting mechanic for, say, it's different. Know what a multiplayer needs and why it succeeds, not because of a price tag, which many didn't have and many fail. Seriously, people, stop thinking free-to-play is the answer for everything. It just shows how clueless you guys are, which is true. Free-to-play ultimately would not have saved this game.
No.
And the fact that it had an open beta and nobody played it, I mean, nobody signed in for that open beta. You kind of saw the writing on the wall with that. Like, here's someone saying that it was the culture war that killed it.
Yeah, the culture war. So. Sure.
I think
another BuzzFeed term.
Was and didn't want it for a long time. And in the gaming industry, we've been talking about this. You know, that Concord, when it went into development, was at the height of a lot of this woke shit, and they thought that they had a gold mine there with it. And that just was not the case.
No one
It
likes
keeps on
woke
going, but
politics in
it's just funny that
games.
people are still coping over this game. They're still sad about it. There's more people in that stupid Reddit than there is that played the game. And
Yeah,
that's a
that's
fact.
funny.
2,000 people played the open beta. What was the actual numbers? For the game, it says the all-time peak was 690. That can't be true, is it? I thought there was more people that played this. Unless I'm at the wrong one, which I could be.
No, you're not. That's the right one.
I was looking at this, and then, we have the Concord beta, which is right. Let's say
2K,
about
damn.
2,000 people. Man, I forgot
No
how bad
one
that was. If that's
gave
true,
two shits about that game.
forgot.
Goddamn.
I can't be at the
One
right
player,
one.
January 5th.
Man, that's embarrassing for some. That's really bad. That shows you how many people want that woke shit. Either way, based on the beta, which had 2,000 something people, I'm pretty sure that the actual one didn't have 4.7. So there's more members for this. Factor in maybe 1,000 people that are there to troll, because it would be pretty funny to go in here and try to talk with some of these people who are infected with the woke mind virus. I'm sure.
Yep.
There's more people on here.
It's a fucking hive mind, an echo chamber.
And there's 16 people online right now, which is more than the 0 that this has. So
reminds me of the South Park episode where they talked about Earth Day.
is more successful than the game, I guess. I don't know. Either way, I love the Concord salt, so couldn't miss a chance to talk about this.
Yeah, it's free advertisement, bro.
Rivals, probably going to be relevant for a while.
Free real
I
estate.
think that game is probably going to be good for a year or two at least.
Yeah, if they keep up the events,
number.
it'll be good.
90% of its player base has stayed since launch, which is wild. That's pretty crazy. Usually games would have a little bit of a drop-off by now. Not this game. So it shows you.
There's a whole bunch of content creators that are still showing this game and playing it.
Despite
Marvel Rivals,
Marvel doing its absolute best to screw with them over the past 8 years, they're still very relevant and popular. Yeah. And that's why when people say Marvel, could turn things around, movie and comic-wise, if they ever decided to, and they still have a little bit of a window, they could turn things around.
I don't think they will.
Because people still care. It's not like Star Wars.
They released that fucking weird-ass Harley Quinn comic where she shits on people. Because someone at DC comment, I know that's DC and not Marvel, but still, that's what they're doing. Some dude has a fucking scat fetish, so they turn one of the most popular characters in the comics into some weird scat fetishized shit for their self-inserts. It's so weird.
Star Wars is dead, but Marvel is still doing pretty good, at least in the hearts of fans. So we'll see. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you also. If you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the characters that I want. I'm waiting for Deadpool, Gwenpool. Who else am I waiting for? Ultron. It will be pretty cool. I can't wait for Ultron. And shit. Who else? Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom's another one that I hope they add soon. I would love to see a Doctor Doom. I feel like Doctor Doom could be a tank or a healer. It's really interesting what they could do with Doctor Doom. They already said that Ultron was going to be a healer, so that's pretty cool. They're releasing Fantastic Four in the first season, all 4 characters. Johnny Storm, Miss Invisible, Mr. Fantastic, The Thing, all of them. So yeah, I can't wait for that shit. That's going to be pretty interesting. But yeah, the reason this failed is because no one wanted this. They knew that they were pushing this with an agenda, Concord, and no one wants games with hidden agendas or even blatant fucking public agendas. People hate that shit. That's why no one wants to play this game. That's why it died 2 weeks in. And people are just salty about the fact that the grifters and the tourists, the gaming grifters and tourists, they're salty that a game that quote unquote appeals to them died. It's you're 1% of the gaming population, buddy. No one gives a shit about you. Gaming studios need to focus on the 99%. Sorry, that's just how it is if they want their games to succeed, like Marvel Rivals. And it's just ridiculous that, I mean, it's not ridiculous. These people are clearly mentally ill in the head and they have severe fucking personal issues that they need to figure themselves out with. Visit a therapist, touch some grass, get offline indefinitely. But yeah, it's just so stupid that Sony actually thought this would be a good investment, and it just clearly flopped and cost them a lot of money. But yeah, that's just how it goes. Anywho, let me know what y'all think of this. Like, comment, subscribe, YouTube jazz, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.